Welcome, family. What's going on? It's your boy Khalil Young on Empire Wealth TV. We are at our very first episode and very first podcast. But my boy Mustafa, say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You already know what it is. I'm King Mustafa H2O. Let's go.
Let's get it. I met this brother not too long. We've been connected now for the last, couple weeks now?
Yeah.
Eight weeks?
Yeah, it's been about 8 weeks.
It felt like years, though. Like,
It
literally,
does.
we have that connection. You know what I mean? Like, I first ran into him at a entrepreneur event.
Yeah.
And from there, we've connected, and we've actually changed some lives in the meantime also.
Yeah.
So that's the big thing right now. So what I want to do is bring him on the show, and I want him to introduce himself, what we have right here today. We're going to dive into it deep, man. So go ahead and talk to the people.
Yo, what's up, everybody? You know, I always say I'm here to educate you, and I want to say, Khalil, thank you so much for even having me on your show and providing a platform for like people in the community, and that's big, and I want to give you your flowers just for that and taking that extra step. You have a lot of people that they say, I'm going to get the bag, I'm going to know all this knowledge, and I'm going to gatekeep it. And I see that you don't gatekeep it, and I see that you're like, hey, you're for the people, and I wanted to say thank you so much, man. I appreciate you in a lot of different ways, man. I want to say when I met this brother right here, man, and I remember when I met him, his energy was so amazing in a lot of different ways. And when I told him, I said, look, man, I want to educate you about something that you don't know. And I said, it's about alkaline water. He was like, what? I drink alkaline water. You know what I mean? I make sea moss. I do this, I do that. I'm like, but what type of water do you use? What type of water do you use? And I remember, I use the best. But one thing that I can say about this brother is a lot of people in the community, some of them, not all, some of them is not like that. He was open for knowledge, and he was open to learn about something that he did not know about. And I want you to speak about it. When you learned something that you didn't know, how was that a game changer to you?
Well, first things first, you can't build your empire thinking you know everything.
Yeah.
I know is one of the killers in our community right now. I know, I don't care. That's one of the killers. So
Right.
same thing with my family. I teach my kids this also all the time. You need to always have an open mind, but
Right.
to the right things. When
Right.
it comes to putting stuff in your body, and again, I am one of the first people to do CMOS back in COVID in Brevard County. And I had, I had everyone on the smoothies, the gels, gummies, all that when it came to CMOS. So I knew this one thing I know is I don't know everything. Someone once said that. I forget exactly who it was. But when I don't know everything, it makes me curious. And the more curious I am, as long as I'm not walking towards something that's going to hurt me, the better results I get. So that's when you show me the water, and I'm like, hold on. I actually seen something like this before.
You say you saw it years ago.
I saw it before I even got my hands on the sea moss.
Oh,
before I didn't know
wow.
about the sea moss, I seen this water.
Wow.
This is before I wasn't anything with health, purpose, period. I didn't know nothing about health at all. I saw something online about water, and I saw this. We're going to talk about this in a second, but I seen this, and I said, look, one day I'm going to get it. And next thing you know, the Most High guides my steps, of course. While you're building your empire, you have to walk by faith and not by sight.
There we go.
He showed me something, and hey, it's just here, man. We're here now.
Do me a favor. Say that quote again, because the people didn't hear you. They need to hear you again. Walk by what?
Walk by faith and not by sight.
Oh, wow. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's and that quote there it's a real deal thing, because a lot of people is scared. And I use this analogous like this. You know, some people are so scared to bet on themselves. And some people are so scared to jump off of a ledge, and the ledge is just only one step. It's only one step.
Hopefully I ain't go over nobody's head.
You know what I mean? And that's real. And the thing is, once you jump off that ledge, once you bet on yourself, that's where the opportunities come at. That's where the opportunities lead at. And it's only one step. Don't be afraid. I prefer to jump off that ledge and hit that one step than working, and I don't knock it though, but working that 9 to 5 or working for somebody else to build their empire. And I tell people all the time, yo, we can do it. It's okay to bet on yourself. It's okay to be afraid, but just do it. And that's something that I saw with you when I had an opportunity to talk to you. And this brother right here, and I got to say, when I got to know him and see what he was doing in the community, it's just not small. It's huge. And the thing is, you're not money driven. You're education driven. Your education of helping the community. That that right there is bigger than anything else in this world.
All right, so we're going to hop right into it. Now we at this part. What I want you to do, Mustafa, is I want you to tell the people, number one, the story behind how you even came in contact with the Kangen Water and what it's done for your life and others' life also. Give us a rundown.
Yeah, well, actually, before even Kangen even came in my life, I was in a diabetic coma for 36 days in West Baltimore. And my mother, and this is in the 90s. I want you to think, this is in the 90s. I'll be 50 the 21st of October. So this is in the 90s. So I was insulin diabetic. And when I got out the coma, my mother knew who Dr. Sebi was. Rest in peace, Dr. Sebi, and my mother, by the way. My mother knew him. And my mom said, what can we do? And what Dr. Sebi said is like, hey, let's give him an alkaline setting. So you got to think, in the 90s, and this word was not even invented. I was vegan before the word was even invented. 32 years, no meat, no cheese, no dairy. So what I did, I adopted this lifestyle. 7 months later, I go back to the doctor, and the doctor's shaking his head. It's like, what is going on? He was insulin. Now let's put him on glucose. Dr. Sebi said, don't take that glucose. Keep eating the things that you're eating. And everything that he gave me, it was completely, utterly alkaline. So he changed the way that I eat. So what I did, I adopted this lifestyle. So when people tell you, oh, you can't get rid of diabetes, it's forever. That's a lie. Yeah. It's a bold-faced lie. If you change what you put into your body is a natural healer. So fast forward, I met this lady, and I call her the crazy water lady. For 6 months, she was like, try this water. And I looked at her like she was crazy. I looked at her like she was crazy. I'm like, yeah, she's cute and everything, but I'm good. Yeah. Why? Because what happened is I created this ego. I'm healthy. I'm vegan. And in all actuality, I wasn't. The moral of the story is the lady that was telling me, she ended up being my wife. But what she did, she ended up educating me about something that I did not know. And I say what you said before. When I saw what she told me, I was like, what? And she asked me the favorite question before she touched my water. You know what that question was?
What's that?
What type of water do you drink? I said, I drink Fiji, Essentia, Smart Water. I was like a bachelor when it came to special waters. But when she said, let me show you what this is, and when she showed it to me and educate me about it, she left something in my head. She left a seed. It's like, damn, like, I had to take a step back. I said, so you're telling me what I'm drinking in the plastic bottled water is harming my body? She said, I'm only here to educate you. Let me educate you about the microplastics that you're drinking. Let me educate you that it took them 24 months to even get it to you. What?
So for 6 months, you denied knowledge.
Denied. And I tell people that ego that sometimes, and I'm gonna be the first one to admit, sometimes we do got an ego. Sometimes our ego is so big, we're missing opportunity that's right in front of us.
Your ears off, your eyes closed.
Yeah.
Mouths say, I got this. I know. It's crazy.
And the thing is, once she started to educate me about all of this, and I was like, wow, this, like, I'm health conscious. Like, I understand. And that's when I was like, nah, okay, Mustafa, let's get on the grind. Like, I need to share this with the world. And I remember I looked at her, I said, do you think I can educate people like you do? She said, you'll be better than me. I said, what? She said, you'll be better than me. And I wrote on my board, I'm leaving my company in 90 days. Yeah. I was making over 120 a year. Now think about it. I've said, I'm leaving my company in 90 days because my vision was helping the people in the community. After my 90 days, what did I do? I go to Atlanta. Shout out to the ATL. What's up, shorty? Yes, you know what I mean? I go to ATL. All my family live in Atlanta. I said, I need to educate everybody before I even talk about it. Yeah. Because I wanted to educate my family before I even went public on it. I went to all my sisters, my brothers, my cousins, my uncle, everybody. You know what they did?
What, man?
Real talk. They looked at me. They laughed. This is 3 years ago. They laughed at me. Oh, my God, yeah, okay, water's just water. I'm doing presentations in their home. But you know something? I didn't get mad at them because I once had that ego. And I said, you know something? It's not for them right now.
Yeah.
Now, 3 years later, they see me on TV, traveling all around the world, changing people's lives. Now it's a different ball game with my family now.
It's always going to be like that.
Now they're like, oh, wow, I get it now. I understand. And the moral of that story is some people will watch you all day and see what you would do for them to do it themselves. So when you're out here, and I want to encourage anybody, when you're out here and you're having a passionate about something, and you say only 4 people hearted my stories, but I got 200 views. That means 200 people viewed you and watch you.
A room of 200 is really a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Even though 4 people hearted it, that means everybody's still watching you. But they're silenced behind the scenes. That means you're still influenced. So I tell people, don't get caught up on the hearts or the likes. Look at the views of the people behind the scene. And I want to say that this here changed my life forever.
Okay.
And it's the knowledge is the power. And I'm going to get in. Is that okay? Can I get into it?
Well, I want you to get in. I definitely do. I just want to real quick say, because again, this is one thing about being a lifestyle you are in right now. As an entrepreneur, number one, you got to come in with an open mind. You have to. You're going to be on Front Street at all times. I'm just going to be honest with y'all, right? Unless you got the money, either you're going to spend the money to build a brand or a company, or you're going to spend your time. And most people don't understand you have to have one or the other. There's no other way around it. If you don't have the money, then you have to use your time. If you don't got the time, then hopefully you got the money.
That's
true.
If
you don't, you got to use your time. So what you use your time for on a daily basis has to coincide with what your purpose is.
Right.
So you found a purpose which got you and led you to the point where you are. You've been speaking on stage across the world.
Yeah.
You shocked me and my family. You changed the way we drink water and do a lot of different things nowadays.
Yeah.
Like what give me more rundown, more of the machine, man. I'm gonna just
Well, actually, it's all about sustainability, and I want you to really if you're listening here, that ego that you have that you think that you know, let's take it out right now. Let's take it out and open your ears up, because now I'm about to educate you about something that you do not know. This here is it's a Kangen machine. Enagic been in Japan for 51 years. These are in majority of every medical hospitals and every schools. Let me just share that with you. Also, this machine, it produces, I'm talking about like 9.5 Kangen water.
Really?
And that's alkaline water, not the fake stuff. If you have Essentia right now and you look on the back of Essentia, you'll see a whole bunch of ingredients. Now think about this. We're all about being sustainability. And I want you to raise your hand. How many people that use bleach? I once used bleach. How many people that use Fabuloso? I once used Fabuloso. How many people that use Clorox? I once used Clorox. If you look on the back of the ingredients of the bleach, the Clorox, the Fabuloso, or any cleaning products that you have, every time that you clean, it's like smoking 1 pack of cigarettes a day. That's a fact. That's a fact. Now imagine you have 2.5 strong acidic water. This is what they use in the hospitals to clean. This is what they use in the hospitals to mop. And it's only water, cleaning water, only water.
So this is 2.5.
2.5.
Okay. What different types of pHs do they have?
Yeah.
What do they do?
So it goes up to 11.7, but the 2.5 is the strong acidic water, and that strong acidic water is like it kills every single dessert. 99.99% it kills germs. That means if your kids get in the cabinet right now, and if you have bleach, you got to rush them to the hospital. But if your kids get in the cabinets right now, and if they drink 2.5, you don't have to rush them to the hospitals. That's what I mean by being sustainability.
Wow.
Then you have beauty water. Beauty water is good for your skin.
Which one is that?
The beauty water is the 7.0.
Okay.
That's the beauty water. You got the beauty water. That's good for your skin. It's good for your hair. It's good for any salons that you have, any salons. And also, then you have the 11.7. I love the 11.7. If you have fruits and vegetables, and they say oil and water don't mix, that's a lie. Go to your teachers right now and say, you lied to me. You lied to me. This is the only water that mixed with oil, and you can see it. And what that does when you clean your fruits and vegetables, your strawberries, you had that experience?
I definitely did.
When you clean your fruits and your vegetable, what it does, it takes the pesticides right off. That's something that tap water can't do.
So I just so y'all know, I did have that experience.
Yeah.
Literally the other day, we cleaned it in the strawberry in the Kangen water.
Yeah.
We drained it out. Of course, we saw all the pesticides. So
Oh
we
my
actually
God.
saw the water yellowing, and I'm like, whoa.
That's crucial.
Damn, it never looks this color when we do it with other water.
Yeah.
Anyways, after we did so, I had all my kids eat it, and I'm telling you, this is probably the sweetest fruit I've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Just for, I don't, like I said, I told my wife, I said, babe, is it the water? What is that?
Yeah.
You know what? Wife was going. I pick out the good fruit. But it is the one. I'm like, look, baby, I've never tried nothing like the way it tasted. So again, I just can attest to it. I have too many different testimonials myself of me and my water, from the sleep, the energy when I wake up. I can feel me being more alive, literally drinking the Kangen water versus drinking the original bottles of water. I still got all 3 cases of water that I bought the same day I met you, and the very next day I drunk this.
Wow.
I still have them. Every day from there, you gave me 2 containers.
Yeah.
Lasted me 2 days. I came right back 2 days later.
Yeah.
And I kept doing that consistently until I got my machine.
Yeah.
So again, I am a living, walking testimony when it comes to the machine and what it does for you. So, like I said, I appreciate you for what you do for the community.
Oh man, yo, thank you so much. And it's just the education about it. I want to leave with this note. We're 75% of water, not food, and the majority of the foods that we eat is acidic. The water that we're drinking right now, if it's tap water or bottled water, is acidic, and a lot of other things as well. Now, if you put alkaline, not the fake stuff, the real, if you put alkaline and ionized water in your body, you're getting everything that you need. So when you change 75% of what you made of, how do you think your body's going to react?
It's bad.
How do you think your sleep pattern is going to be? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So no disease live in an alkaline setting. That was living proof when I talked earlier about Dr. Sebi. So I always say, change your water, change your life. And the good thing about this is, if you're traveling to Mexico, Puerto Rico, Peru, Africa, you can take this with you and hook it up to your faucet, and you're having clean water. That means you own your water source. You're not renting your water source. So everybody that goes in the store, they got to pay that. They got to pay that bill. They got to pay that rent. You're renting that water every time. But the water that you're renting is toxic. The water that you're renting is really killing your body. The water that you're renting, the cleaning products that you're buying, is killing your family, your animals, and your dogs. And that's the God living truth of that. Now that's why you can take this water through the airport, because it's living water, not dead water.
Man, I'm loving it. I'm definitely loving it. And again, this is why I wanted to bring Mustafa on, is our first guest, the Empire Wealth Vault. Again,
thank you, my brother.
Appreciate you for being here, man, and doing what you do. Because again, you inspire more individuals like myself, younger kids. I'm about to be 30 years old.
Yeah.
Next couple months, November 8th, of course.
Hey,
so
Scorpios
I got
in
a
the building.
lot. Listen, I got a lot to learn. So again, when I hear something that could potentially change the way I do things, and it could potentially do something good for me, I won't turn it away. Now, if it does not make sense, you ask more questions. Again, it's just, people just have to be more curious when it comes to things, and really ask and get with the people that know about that thing, or have experienced it, or lived the lifestyle you've lived, or something, whatever it is. But that's what it's about on Empire Wealth TV. So
Can I say one of my favorite quotes? First of all, I want to give a shout out to my wife Aisha. If it wasn't for her, I would not be here. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing and taking trips all around the world and educating people. So I want to give a shout out to my wifey. I love her so much. She changed my lives and thousands of lives, and will continue to change lives all around the community. But I want to leave you with one of my favorite quotes.
Okay.
And if you're watching this, make sure you have your pen and pad ready. This is a quote that you're going to take to you and you can use for the rest of your life. And it goes like this: procrastination is assassination to your destination. And I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna break it down for you. Procrastination means a person is lazy. They don't want to do nothing. Assassination is, I just executed my mind. Some people are so lazy they kill their mind before they even walk to their destination. So I'm going to say procrastination is assassination to your destination. If you want something in life, you got to go get it. You can't blame your mother. You can't blame your daddy. You can't blame whatever you've been through. You got to look yourself in the mirror and go get it. Look who you are as a people. Procrastination is assassination to your destination. We're all kings and queens on this universe. Let's go get it.
There you have it, y'all. So, like I said, I appreciate you, Mustafa, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Again, y'all, like, subscribe, comment. We will see you guys on the next episode.
Hey.
Let's get it.